Isak'S Liverpool deal done. Sixth-year contract signed. Diaz stuns Bayern fans on debut. Alexander Isak is edging closer than ever to becoming Liverpool's marquee signing of the 2025 summer transfer window. Reports from multiple top-tier journalists suggest the Swedish striker has agreed personal terms with the Reds, penning a 6-year deal that would keep him at Anfield until 2031. While Newcastle United have not yet accepted a bid, the groundwork is laid, and Liverpool's pursuit continues at full speed. Isak's decision: Liverpool over all. Sky Sports' Florian Plettenberg broke the news that Isak has firmly set his sights on Liverpool as his only destination this summer. According to Plettenberg, the striker rejected a recent approach from Manchester United, making it abundantly clear that Anfield is his chosen home. Isak's representatives reportedly finalized personal terms with Liverpool weeks ago, and they remain hopeful that an agreement between the two clubs can still be reached before the transfer window closes. The 25-year-old had an exceptional 2024-25 campaign, netting 23 Premier League goals and finishing second only to Mohamed Salah in the Golden Boot race. His pace, intelligence, and clinical finishing have made him one of the most coveted forwards in Europe. Liverpool, now managed by Arne Slot, see him as the perfect fit for their evolving attack. Newcastle's stance and the complicated transfer picture despite the player's intentions. Newcastle are holding firm. The Magpies rejected a £120 million bid from Liverpool, insisting that Isak is not for sale. Head coach Eddie Howe described the situation as complicated, noting that he was only informed of Liverpool's bid after it had already been turned down, with the Newcastle squad currently in South Korea for preseason. Isak has stayed back, training individually with his former club. Real Sociedad. Multiple sources indicate that Newcastle had offered Isak an improved contract earlier this summer. That deal reportedly included a release clause for the summer of 2026, but Isak declined. His desire to join Liverpool appears unwavering, and his agents are now pushing to find a resolution. The impact of a potential Sesko transfer. One critical domino in this transfer saga is Benjamin Sesko. If Newcastle succeed in landing the RB Leipzig forward, Isak's exit becomes far more likely. Speaking on YouTube, journalist Ben Downey suggested that a Sesko arrival would almost guarantee Isak's departure. If Sesko signs, Isak is gone. Newcastle are preparing everything in case of a quick switch, he claimed. Downey also noted that Isak is scheduled to meet Eddie Howe when the team returns from preseason, a meeting that could clarify the direction of this high-stakes transfer. With just weeks remaining in the window, Liverpool are expected to come back with an improved offer, potentially north of £130 million. Luis Diaz explosive Bayern Munich debuts. Liverpool plot their future. Another former Red is making waves in Germany. Luis Diaz, who recently completed a big money move to Bayern Munich, made a dazzling debut for the Bundesliga giants, starting on the bench in a friendly at the Allianz Arena. Diaz made an immediate impact upon entering the field. In just 45 minutes, the Colombian winger managed 22 touches, 7 inside the opposition penalty box, and 2 shots on target. His clever play down the left flank drew a foul in the box, resulting in a penalty that Michael Olise converted. Diaz nearly got on the scoresheet himself in the 88th minute, but was denied by French keeper Matthew Payet. What stood out most was Diaz's technical sharpness and tactical understanding. He completed 14 of his 15 passes, boasting a 93% accuracy rate, and looked every bit the player Bayern hoped to acquire. Social media buzzed with praise, with fans calling him a significant upgrade over Leroy Sane, who left for Galatasaray earlier in the window. Liverpool's summer rebuild continues. The Reds have been among Europe's busiest clubs this summer. With over £250 million already spent, they've added talent across the pitch, New arrivals include Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike, Milos Kerkez, and Jeremy Frimpong. The departures of Luis Diaz and potentially Darwin Nunez have created room for a new no. 9 and Isak fits the profile perfectly. Liverpool's interest in Isak is not new. Club have tracked the striker since his breakout seasons in La Liga and have long admired his ability to lead the line with both finesse and physicality. Arne Slot views him as a key piece in a tactical shift that leans on intelligent movement, transitional speed, and clinical end product. Arne Slot's vision. And Isak's role replacing Jurgen Klopp was never going to be easy. But Arne Slot has wasted no time stamping his authority on this Liverpool side. In his system, Isak would likely serve as the central focal point. With creative wingers and midfielders playing off his movement, his ability to stretch defenses, hold up play, and score from multiple angles aligns perfectly with Slot's philosophy. The potential front three of Isak, Dominic Szoboszlai, and Cody Gakpo, or possibly Rodrigo, should that transfer materialize, would offer a blend of creativity, pace, and goal threat. With Szoboszlai pulling strings and Gakpo drifting inside, Isak would find himself in prime scoring positions far more frequently than he did at Newcastle. What happens next? According to the Telegraph's Matt Law, Newcastle remain adamant they will not be pressured into a sale. However, insiders believe Liverpool are far from done. With 4 weeks left in the transfer window and Newcastle actively scouting replacements, a breakthrough remains possible. David Ornstein noted that while Isak has been training away from the main squad, his attitude remains professional. The situation could evolve quickly depending on whether Newcastle secure Sesko or another striker, and whether Liverpool return with an improved bid. Ultimately, the story of Alexander Isak to Liverpool is one of intent, persistence, and timing. Liverpool have identified their man. The player has chosen the club. Now, all that stands in the way is Newcastle's resolve and the financial terms' final thoughts, as the transfer saga continues to unfold. Liverpool supporters have every reason to be excited. Whether it's Isak lighting up the Premier League or Díaz tearing down Bundesliga flanks, the club's influence across Europe is growing. Arne Slot is building something new at Anfield, and Alexander Isak might just be the crown jewel of that project. Stay tuned as we bring you all the latest updates on Liverpool's transfer window, including breaking news on Isak's squad updates and other key developments. The summer is far from over, and the best may still be to come.